everybody, how are you? I hope you are all doing wonderfully and spectacularly and having a fantastic February. So it has been winter now for about 2 months and we have been slowly but surely plodding through, trying and failing to be warm. Winter is probably one of the hardest seasons for people to deal with. Winter is probably one of the hardest seasons for people to deal with. It is full of New Year's resolutions and people failing their New Year's resolutions and people trying to lose all the weight they gained over the holidays and being cold and being wet and being rainy and going back to school and it just being winter in general. So we all have our certain things to survive the winter and I thought I would share with you my winter essentials that make winter survivable and sometimes a little bit entertaining. So without further ado, here we go. Okay, the first thing that I have is the number one essential. It is absolutely necessary day and night. I never have my heating on in my house because it is really expensive. So it is freezing cold in my house all the time. So in order to solve that issue, I have a hot water bottle. This thing is genius. It is amazing. Whoever invented them is my new best friend. I know I've already talked about this. I brought it on the plane when I came here. Seriously saved my life. And it is amazing. I sleep with it every night. It's hot right now. It's all on my lap keeping me warm because I don't have a jumper on. It's seriously fantastic. It's the best invention in the world. You fill it with hot water and, you know, obviously it's like a rubber bladder inside and it keeps you delightfully warm all night long and it's a nice little snuggle buddy to have. I actually have two, which is kind of embarrassing because I got this one for Christmas and have had the other one since I was like 16. So if I'm extra special cold, I will have two, which is amazing. I'm so warm all night long. So seriously, they're like £10 at Marks and Spencer's, or I'm sure you can find them online. They're a bit hard to find in America because they don't really exist, but you could maybe look in a pharmacy or Walgreens or Walmart or something, and they should have them in the medical section. But really, go buy one. They save you so much money and they are genius. The second winter essential is slightly unfortunate, but everyone needs it. Everyone is sick during this period of time. I have had a cough and a runny nose since the 1st of January, so exactly a month, and I am so sick of it, but there is something you can do. So, unfortunately, one needs cough medicine. This is cough medicine in French. So I don't actually know if it works or anything, but it's fixed, so I'm assuming it does. And I have about 6 other versions of this cough medicine because I can't stop coughing and I'm so sick of it. It's always an unfortunate situation to have to deal with being sick, but it's something that a lot of people have to deal with. I don't know why, maybe because it's cold and our immune systems just give up after Christmas, I don't know, but everyone is always ill between January and March. It's annoying as hell, but what are you gonna do? The next thing is more fun, and it is, of course, dark lipsticks. You know how I feel about dark lipsticks. I did a review on a couple last week, and I've done blogs on them, and I talk about them all the time. It's the only lipstick I wear during the winter. It's fantastic, and there are so many options and colours you can have, and it's great. These are all dark lipsticks. I have way too many, but it's really fun to wear and it makes you look all mysterious and wintry and fantastic, and you can't really get away with them in the spring or summer, so wear them as much as possible in the winter. They're fantastic and I love them. The next thing is almost as much of an essential as the hot water bottle, and it is tea. Tea is a requirement every day of the year, but more so in the winter because you're so flipping cold. I woke up this morning and was hungry, awake and ready to get up, but sat in bed for an hour because I was so reluctant to get out of bed because it was so freezing cold outside of my covers. So the best motivator in the world is a nice steaming cup of Twinings tea with a little bit of milk so it's nice and golden. So it's absolutely lovely to have it every morning and it makes my day so much survivable. The next definite winter essential is scarves on scarves on scarves. So many scarves. I wear a scarf every single day. If I don't have a scarf, I feel naked. When I have shirts like this that have a collar and you can't really wear a scarf, I hate it. I can't stand it. My neck has to be warm. I bought this scarf. It's like 8 miles long. I bought this scarf at H&M for €7 and I literally wear it every day. I think a solid, good, warm black scarf for the winter is such an essential. It makes your life so much easier, it goes with everything because it's black, and it makes you look nice and chic and cool and classy. I adore it. I've reviewed this scarf before. I got it for Christmas from my grandma. It's cashmere and warm and lovely. I really like the colour. It adds a nice little spark of life to my daily black wardrobe. This one is more of a fall and autumn colour scarf, but I still really like it. I wear it all the time. It's great with like a blue or other interesting colours that I have now forgotten, but it's really nice and it keeps me nice and warm. But definitely by far a solid black scarf is an essential. The next thing is just as fun as lipsticks. It's kind of in the same category, and it is dark nail varnish. I, as you can tell, wear dark nail varnish all through winter. It feels almost wrong to put on a pastel or a bright nail varnish in the winter. It just doesn't feel right. It clashes with all my clothes because all that I wear is black and grey. So these are really wonderful. The majority of them are from Sephora. They are, I believe, €4.50, and if you buy two you get a third free. So a lot of my tiny little nail varnishes like this are from Sephora. I find that even though they're small, I've never used up an entire nail varnish without it going gunky. So it's actually quite convenient because you can use it up and actually use it and not have to throw it away in the end because there's not as much as other ones. They are fantastic colours. There are so many options. Like I said, I've got a dark blue from Topshop. I have a dark red, which is very Christmassy. I wore it with gold during the holidays. I've got dark purple, sort of a purpley, reddish, coolish colour. I have a dark sparkly colour from OPI and a really dark, rusty purple colour from Sephora, which I'm wearing right now that I love. This is one of my favourite colours. I wear those all winter and it makes me look a lot more wintry and feel okay about how cold it is. The next thing is more of a practical essential. It of course is winter, so of course it is raining all the flippin' time. Now you have your shoes, but shoes can only go so far until your feet are very, very wet. So I bought the Kiwi, it's in German, I'm not even going to try and say it, but it's basically just waterproof spray for your shoes. It works on any kind of material. I have leather, I have suede, that's about it. But leather and suede works fantastically. I put it on the second I got it and my feet have yet to become wet, so it's always a plus. I had a couple shoes last year in Portland where I would be wearing my shoes and within 10 minutes my feet would be soaked all day, to the point where I'd get home and my toes would be wrinkly. It was awful. So this seriously saved my life. It helps so much. It's really nice to have your feet be comfortable and warm and to actually be able to wear shoes and not be miserable. So this was about €6, I would say. I got it when I first arrived and it is well worth the whole €6 that I spent, or €8, whatever I said. The next thing is more of a fashion geared essential, and it's always hard in the winter to stay warm and look fashionable at the same time. It can get really cold in Lyon, and I think it's only just the beginning. So a lot of people just wear jeans with leggings underneath and a big coat and hat and a scarf, and it's very boring. I think one of the best things to wear are skirts and tights. The majority of my skirts are from H&M. I have this wonderful grey one. I have this delightful red one, which is such a beautiful colour. I absolutely love this one. I have this beautiful purple one from the boutique that I work in my hometown. It's from a company called Glamorous, and it's really classy and gorgeous, and I love the colour. And I have this really lovely simple black one from Forever 21 that I bought ages and ages ago, but I wear it almost every day. Now those are fantastic to go with tights. All of my tights are just from Marks and Spencer's, literally every single one. You get a pack of like 4 for about £6 and it's so worth it. They're all really nice and warm. You can get really thin tights or really thick tights. You can get different colours. I have some simple black ones, and then of course I have some grey ones. I've got an entire drawer dedicated to tights and I wear them almost every day. People in France tend to not really wear tights. I get a couple funny looks if I wear skirts and tights, but I wear them almost every day, so I really don't care. And last but not least, a definite essential for winter is Harry Potter, as usual. You all know my love for Harry Potter. I talk about it almost every video. I bought this book months and months ago and I'm not very far into it, but I listen to Harry Potter all the time and I have been reading this a lot. It's so nice to be inside and warm and cozy with your cup of tea and your hot water bottle with a nice book to read, all snuggled up when it's pouring with rain outside. It's just the absolute best. It's one of the real perks of winter, where you know you're warm inside, but you could be cold outside, but you're not because you're being lazy, and it's wonderful. Anyway, winter is a serious accomplishment to do. We do it every year. Every year we're really excited at about November. Christmas comes and goes, and then by January we're like, this is absolute crap, when is it over? And all that we are doing is looking forward to spring. Spring is on its way. It's actually slightly sunny today, and it should get easier and easier as time goes by. However, it's always nice to have your essentials that make life a bit more easier and a bit more enjoyable. And hopefully me showing you my essentials helps you either realise how many essentials you have and how many things you have that make your life easier, or helps you go out and discover some essentials that you need. I really hope you like this video. If you do, give it a great big thumbs up because it helps me a lot, and I hope you have a fantastic Monday and a fantastic rest of the week. Hopefully it's nice and sunny where you are and not cold at all. For all I know, you could be in Australia, you lucky people. If you are in a miserably cold place like I am, please try and stay happy, stay warm, stay comfortable. If you have to be in the rain, think happy thoughts, or dance, as one should. And I will see you next week. Bye! So, in order to fix that issue, I have this wonderful black one. I am colourblind. Ow! Oh, I just hit both my funny bones at the same time.